Harvard University is under attack again. But is it really just about Harvard, or is it about every university in this country? Now, listen to this. The realities are is that Harvard is fighting for its academic freedom, its ability to hire whatever professors it would like, to admit the students that they think are appropriate for their community, to have whatever programs, including diversity programs, that are necessary, and to admit international students who are the best and the brightest of all around. So this is an attack on Harvard by the government, and the government is saying, no, you know what? We're going to wipe out your international student program. Now listen to this. International students represent more than a quarter of Harvard's 25,000 plus student body. And in representing more than a quarter of their student body, it has a lot to do with respect to the school, the manner in which the school is conducted, the culture that the school has, etc. Now, just imagine the government telling you that we're going to wipe out your international program unless you play ball with us and hire who we say you can, have the programs we say you should have, and eliminate the diversity program, by the way, and not have any international students whatsoever. How long is it before this transitions from Harvard to other prestigious universities, to other regular colleges, to community colleges, to colleges throughout the country? Should our government be dictating who should be admitted to schools and be calling those people and people who are teaching them lefty lunatics, radicals, idiots, etc.? This is getting really bad. So if you think this is about Harvard and Harvard alone, you are sorely mistaken. It is about everyone. Now, the government is saying, hey, you haven't done enough to curb anti-Semitism on your campuses. And unless you do that, we are going to do what we want. Is that really the issue? Or is that an excuse and a justification to allow the government to do whatever it wants whenever it wants? And so here's the point. A judge has said, slow your roll. Because imagine this, not only revoking certification for international students, but doing it with no notice, right? In a democracy, what happens is if you have an issue with me, I'm allowed to defend myself. And so a judge ultimately issued the ruling saying, we're going to go status quo. International students, you're invited, continue to attend, and we're going to have a hearing. And shouldn't that be what it's about? If you have an issue, give me notice of what the problem is and give me an opportunity to be heard. That wasn't done. It was just stroke of a pen. Now, the administration argues we shouldn't have these judges telling an elected leader what to do. But isn't that the reason that we don't elect judges? So that they can be loyal not to the whims of the people, but to the Constitution, to the actual rule of law, to the civil rights and liberties, unaffected and unimpeded by the next election, but just looking at what is right and what is wrong and being insulated from attack. And so at the end of the day, this issue is major. This issue affects every man, woman, and child in this country. And the extent to which Harvard prevails in this lawsuit is the extent to which we exist, the extent to which individuals have autonomy, institutions have autonomy, and we live in a democracy. And so we'll see what happens, right? Because there'll be a hearing, and at that hearing, it'll be determined who prevails and who does not. But just remember, the implications are huge. See you on YouTube for more. May the law be with you.